So we have subtracted this portion, which means that radius is equal to r. You can join this curve and highlight that curve. You can join over here and highlight this curve. This is very simple method with using this tangent circle of two circle with radius r. Now let's see our next problem. Another method. There are various methods to draw a single object. Our objective is same. We need to draw a circle which is tangent to two circles. Also, the radius of the third circle is given as r. Please note that our objective is same, but various methods are implementing, so that if you forget one method, you can remember the another method, or vice versa. If you feel which method which is comfortable to you, you can use those methods. It is not compulsory to remember all three methods. You need to properly handle these methods to draw this kind of tangent circle to the two circles. Now again the thing has been, same thing has been given. Center is C1, radius is R1. Center is C2, radius is R2. We need to draw a circle which is tangent to this two circle. How we can going to do? I have taken R minus R2. In this method also R minus R2. If my R is 35 mm and R1 is 15 mm, then the radius would be 20 mm. The center to draw this arc would be point number C1. Similarly, draw R plus R2. Here is the difference between both these methods. R plus R2. In this method, we have got R plus R2 implemented. One is subtracted, another one is added. Now, as you can see that the tangential portion would be changing with this R minus R1 or R plus R2. If my R is 35 and R2 is 15, then my this radius would be 50 mm. Now we have got this two intersection point to this R minus R1 and R plus R2. Now what we are going to do? We have got our center point. We will name this point as point number C1 or C. We have named this point as point number C. Now what is the next step we are going to do? The next step is, with use of this compass, we have used the scale. Similarly, the scale we have adjusted, like it is passing through C and C1, also it is intersecting to this circle, and we will put up a line like this. Very simple. For this another circle, put up a scale which is passing through this point number C and point number C2. Mark a line. Now as you can see that our tangential curve will generate over here. Our tangential curve will generate over here. We have marked these 2 points. We have got our center point. Now we will use the compass and we will draw a tangential circle to these two circles like this. As you can see that we have drawn this arc. You can see that this arc will only touch and only intersect with this single point only to this point number C2 and point number C1, which is our main objective. We need to draw tangent circle to another two circles which radius is equal to r. Final output can be like this. If you want to draw some arcs like this, then you must use this kind of method. Again I'm repeating that this kind of problem are not asked in the exam and anything like that, but this would be helpful in the implementation of the orthographic projections. As you all know that orthographic projections having the most weightage in the syllabus, and if you failed in that, if you cannot draw these kind of arcs and these kind of rounds, then your marks can be subtracted. That's why be aware and do proper revisioning. How we can draw an approximate ellipse? We need to draw an approximate ellipse. To draw the ellipse, we need two things. One is major axis and another one is minor axis. We all know that circles are having a single radius only. If we want to draw a circle, then what we think in our mind that we need to have a radius. If I want to draw a circle of 10 mm radius, then what I will do, I will set the compass of the 10 mm and I will put up a center point on the paper, and using the pencil lead I will draw a 10 mm circle radius diameter. Now if you want to draw a ellipse is a two radius circle. In the simple manner you can say that, but these two radius have been called as major axis and minor axis. As the name suggests, the major axis means that the major diameter and the minor axis means that the minor diameter or the smaller diameter. How we can draw a approximate ellipse? We have got our this would be major axis, which is on the horizontal line, and the vertical line in the exact midpoint of this major axis is called as minor axis. Join one end of major axis to the another end of the minor axis like this. The next portion, we have got the center point over here like this. Put up compass center over here exact into the center and draw a one quadrant arc. Take center over here and draw a arc like this. Now what you have got? You have got the midpoint of this line. Now what you are going to do? You will bisect this line. Again, in this method also we have got the bisector problem. Now we have seen this bisector. How we can do the bisector we have seen in the previous part. Again I am repeating that these kind of problems are very much important. These kind of problems are not asked in the exams or anything like that, but to implement your drawing into reality you need to know these kind of methods. Now if you don't know how to bisect a line, then how you can draw a ellipse? I am repeating how to bisect a line. Put up this point as a center point and this much as radius. This point as center point, this much as radius. Mark arc on both the side. Similarly, take this point as center. Radius is equal to this length of this line. Mark opposite arcs like this, which intersect with the each other, which means that we have got, if we draw this line straight line which is passing through this intersecting arc, then we have got our midpoint of this desired line. Now what would be our next step? We have drawn a bisector line to this. Where this bisector line intersect with this major axis, we have marked a point, and with using that we have marked an arc over here like this. This would be our radius. We have joined this both the point, this intersecting line as well as this arc. Similarly, on the opposite side, you have got this distance from this center to this much, so you can get it exactly opposite to like this by just marking an arc. You have got a trapezoidal plane kind of surface. Using the circle center like this. Now circle center like this over here, radius is equal to this much. Draw a arc. Now take the center as this belowmost portion and radius till here, and draw a arc which will be implementing to the another two arcs. Similarly, from the uppermost point till this much radius we will take and we'll join this portion, and that's how we can get our approximate ellipse. Now how we can keep our drawing very much clean? These are again basic fundamentals how we can keep our drawing very much clean. This figure shows that what are the do's and what are the don'ts which we need to follow. The do's, the first do, we need to keep our hand clean. If in this mechanical engineering field we have got workshop also, we have got another various labs also, laboratories, different kind of laboratories. If we are coming directly from the engineering workshop, then our hands would be somewhat messy. But if we do not wash our hand properly and if our hand are filled with the oil, then our drawing sheet may be spoiled. Another important thing, rub your pencil lead to the cotton cloth before drawing any drawing. As you all know that the pencil lead would be made up of graphite, and graphite tends to become powder form when it comes to the oxygen contact. So before starting any drawing, clean your pencil lead with cotton cloth. Handling of the T-square. If you want to draw a horizontal line, please put up and please rest your T-square on the drawing board. Do not hang this T-square. The T-squares are very much delicate to handle. Sometimes the T portion of the T-square may be broken if you hang this T-square like this. If you want to draw some angles, then rest your set square on the drawing sheet. Do not hang the set square also. If you are hanging the set square, then you might get the wrong angles. The last and most important parameters, after completion of the drawing, do not try to rub the drawing using your fingers. If you want to rub anything, please use erasers. Please do not rub anything, any drawing using your hands. Some of you still not using the proper pencil. In the previous lectures, we have seen that in the engineering graphics, we must use H, 2H, 3H or 4H pencils. H represents the lightener and the toughness of our pencil lead. In general practice, in the general market, HB pencils are available. If you use this HB pencil and if you just put up your hand to the drawing, then your drawing will be smudged. That's why please be careful while choosing your pencils as well. Use only H pencil for regular drawings, 2H pencil for your projections, and 4H pencils for drawing very thin projections, which will be used in the orthographic projections as well as in the isometric projections. But be careful, use your hand very lightly. Do not press and do not draw to paper using these pencils on pressure. If you do like this, then a hard impression will be created on the paper, and if you rub those kind of problem, then also the impression mark will not be removed from the paper. So be careful using those kind of pencil. Now we'll see what are the don'ts. What are the don'ts? Do not sharpen your pencil on your drawing sheet. Do not sharpen your pencil on the drawing sheet. Never. Do not put up any sort of drawing instrument which are not in use on your drawing sheet. All these things can smudge your drawing. Do not put hand on your drawing. It can also smudge your drawing very badly. Now we'll see the next portion. We have seen that we need to take sheets. We do not touch the sheet. The question arises in our mind, what kind of drawing sheets are used in the engineering graphics? Which kind of